we gonna run this back from the top, right? So when you have adversity, you overcome adversity. How did we overcome adversity? We started it all back from the beginning. So I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna vibe for a minute. I'll let you enjoy Michael McDonald. What I want to introduce to you, better yet, who I want to introduce to you, is a gentleman from the great Northwest, the pride of Eastlake Sammamish High School. I believe he and his brother at one point both held the records for track and field in the basically high school's fastest human beings. Proud member of my family, part of the Beige Boy Cartel, current member of the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please give it up for my cousin, Mr. Ryan Lewis. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lewis.
What's good, Ian?
Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Lewis.
Oh, man.
We in the building. We in the building. We in the building.
Oh, thank you.
My guy,
thank you.
how are
that.
you? How you doing, man? How you been?
I'm doing all right, man. You know, I'm out here just hanging out in Denver, Colorado. You know, I got a little bit of my hamstring recovery, you know, from football and all that. So, as y'all can see right here, you know, I'm in a brace. Going to be in some crutches for some time now too. But you know,
that
I got
surgery life.
That's my support system right here. It's my boy Ziggy.
Zig.
It down. So you know, life's not too bad right now.
I mean, look, other than the whole surgery situation, you could be doing much worse.
Oh yeah, I could be doing a lot worse. I could be out of job or, you know, fighting for my life, you know, but you know, I'm blessed right now, man. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to get better, and when I come back from this injury, you know, I'm gonna be unstoppable on the field. So
absolutely,
you know, that's where I'm at.
I want to go ahead and salute you for your facial hair, sir. Well done. I see you got the beard growing in. Okay.
I'm trying to get Andre's level, man, but you know, I've been growing this for about 6-7 years, man. I don't know. I don't know if we ever gonna connect.
Hey, Andre has an awesome beard. That thing is serious, and it grows so fast. That thing just jumps right in.
Yeah, he's gonna need to write a book for me, or you know, give me some beard oil tips or something, man. I need the secret.
Yeah, no, he got him out there. Definitely, definitely hit him up. But bro, so welcome to the MixtKid's Club. It's great to have you on here. For those that don't know, as I mentioned, you know, you are family. This is my gene pool, Mr. Ryan Lewis. His father and my father are cousins. We are indeed family. And I just wanted to, you know, I want to get you on here to have a conversation with you, as we consider you, or at least I consider you, the younger generation. You know what I mean? I believe, well, you just turned 26 or 27?
I'm actually turning 27 in a month from now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So these young gunners out here nowadays, these little young whippersnappers, bruh, I'm gonna be 40 in 2 months. So I'm almost closer to your dad's age than I am yours.
All right.
You know, back in the day, when I first moved to Seattle and I was living with you guys, and you know, I think you were 11 at the time, and Drew and Troy were 9.
Yeah, sounds about right.
This was really before your football career even really started.
The legacy. That's right.
You know what I mean? Because you guys weren't even really into. I think you might have just started like flag at that point, but you guys definitely weren't knocking heads.
Yeah, my dad, that's on my dad right there. You know, we was late bloomers and all that, so my dad didn't want to throw us on the field too quickly. I think the first time I played football was in 7th grade, and I think I might have been about 90 pounds soaking wet. So, you know, in a way, I got to give him his credit for that because he kept me safe.
Yeah, no, of course. And I knew that was his whole scenario, because there was a point where he was like, he didn't even know if he wanted y'all to play football. And not to even get off topic, because this won't entirely be about football. This is definitely more of a cultural or ethnic thing. But But yeah, man, he knew how to handle it. Obviously, him being a professional as well, he knew exactly
Right.
how he was going to, how he wanted his
Right.
boys to come up there. But to get back, so for those that don't know, right? Tell everybody, mom is what, and
My mom is white,
and
and
dad
my dad is
is
black, and my dad is
that's
black.
that's
The
right,
me,
and
the mixed
and
kid.
hopefully we can get Miss Kimberly Procise on here as well as she's frequently called,
Oh man,
because
don't tempt her. She'll
well,
hop right on this thing.
and the thing is now you could put 4 people on an IG live now.
That's right.
So if
Okay.
she
So
so if she
we
gets
talk
in the
about a
mood to get
situation.
crazy and she wants to jump on here, we can have mom on. Or I know Will won't get on here because that's just not his move.
Nah, you might be able to get my mom. Maybe Drew or Troy say a couple words. They're a little soft
Yeah,
spoken, but I think my
yeah,
mom's gonna have plenty to say.
for sure, for sure. I would
Hmm.
think that'd be fantastic. But so you grew up in Sammamish, right? So
Right.
that is a suburb just outside of Seattle, Washington, on the
Hmm.
plateau.
Hmm.
What describe what that was like for you in your scenario?
I mean, growing up, it was a great experience, man. I mean, not there was no crime whatsoever.
Hmm.
I'll start by saying it was a predominantly white area. It was kind of brand new when we moved in there, and we were the first, I guess, some of the first people of color to actually kind of move in there. Now there was some diversity, um, but it wasn't black people. It was a lot of Indians. It was a lot of Asians, Lebanese. So in
Okay.
a sense, there was a lot of culture. A lot of my best friends growing up were Asian or Indian and any of that kind of stuff. So,
Hmm.
um, but it was great. The first couple years, I really didn't see race out there. It was just all my friends getting together. It wasn't until you get to middle school where you kind of start noticing things here or there. Some microaggressive comments might have been made here or there, but
Oh, okay.
overall, yeah. But overall, Sammamish, no, I never really experienced any direct racism, anything, just like coming from me, anything. It was a great group of people, and I love to go back to my high school every now and again. Shout out to them Wolves, got their first win last Saturday against Redmond High
Okay.
School, so. But yeah, just, it's starting to become a little bit more of a diverse area now, which, is good to see. But yeah, I got a lot of love for my hometown for sure.
That's dope. It's good to see that there was, the diversity there,
Hmm.
to prepare you just for as a microcosm of the rest of the world when you start to get out there a little bit more and you see different people from different ethnicities, different cultural backgrounds. It's good
Hmm.
to get that experience at an early age so that when people start talking about, their secondhand understanding of different relationships, different cultures, you can sit there and be like, no, no, I experienced this. I've
Hmm.
gone through this with these people, and that's not who this acts like or who that acts like.
Right.
Um, have you ever, and this is something I've experienced before, have you ever had somebody make a sideways comment about either white people or black people and then look at you and be like, oh yeah, but you're not really this, or you're not really, like, they almost discounted the fact because you were mixed that you wouldn't be offended by it, or it wasn't totally, a disrespect to you.
Yeah, if I had $1 for every time I heard something like that, I'd be a rich man, Ian. Yeah, a lot of the times, I hear like one of the comments I had made, or I had heard back in high school, we had some new black girls come in, and I heard one of my friends say something along the words of like, calling them like, nappy heads or this, that, and I got, that kind of got to me. I'm like, whoa, what's up, bro? Like, you can't be saying stuff like that. And he's like, oh no, it's all good, bro. I mean, it's not directed towards you. You're half too. And I'm like, that don't matter, because at
Yeah,
the end of the
exactly.
day, I'm walking down the street. I mean, you see my skin color right here. No one's gonna think, oh, he's mixed or he's white or whatever it is. No, I'm seen as a completely different. I'm seen as a black man. So just a whole lot of stuff. Whether someone's gone too far with a comment, and I would check them, and then
Hmm.
they have to bring up the part where hey, you're only half this or you're only half that or something like that. So it's just just like I said, little microaggressive comments, right? Here or there that might have got to me, but a lot of that, I believe a lot of that has changed as we have grown up.
Hmm.
A lot of it was in high school. I've actually had a lot of people reach out to me during during all the times in 2020, we know we had like the George Floyd's killings and like everything else. I've had a lot of people reach out to me, apologize for anything they might have said or done that, they didn't know was, in terms like inappropriate and everything. And so, I had a
Hmm.
lot of respect for those people.
Yo, that's mad cool that people actually have reached out and tried to. It's unfortunate that it would take something like that, but the fact that people
Hmm.
do reach out and take that step and say, look, I apologize. I didn't understand that what I was saying was wrong, or I didn't get your perspective, and I'm starting to see things a little differently now.
Hmm.
Obviously, any step in that direction is the right kind of step.
Hmm.
So that's always dope. Real quick, I saw uh, I saw my man Jordan Babineau in here, so shout out to Babs, obviously the former Seahawk,
Pass.
but shout out to Babs in the building. Um,
Mhm.
you mentioned the conversation earlier about people talking about hair. Your hair has always been important to you. I remember, like I said, when you were a kid, you had the big curls. You would never let your mom cut your hair. Y'all boys was, yo, I don't. When was the last time you actually cut your hair?
The last time I really actually got a haircut, I think it was the summer going into eighth grade. I remember, I still had so that was 2007. It was that time I
Yeah.
really actually cut my hair. I'm not sure the reason why. I think it was just for football, but then after that, we started going into the cornrows phase and everything, and eventually it just became a big part of my life. Actually a
Yeah.
huge part of my identity. I was always known as the guy with just with the cool hair and all that.
Hmm.
So.
And now,
Yeah.
and now I know, obviously, this led to uh, random people being like, "Yo, can I touch your hair?"
All the time ever since elementary school. And at first I'm thinking like, all right, cool, give me a little bit more attention. Some of the girls coming up to me, hey, can I touch this hair? This, that. And then eventually, you kind of get older and you're kind of just like, it's some of these dudes and this, that, and you're kind of just like, what you
Yeah.
mean? Like I
It,
don't need,
it's one thing when you're a kid and you
yeah.
have people talk, but you're a grown up. You're a grown man coming up to another grown man talking about some, let me touch your hair. Hold on, bruh.
Hmm.
Hold
Exactly. Be like,
on,
you
bruh.
really know what you're saying. Like, I'm not like no like petting zoo or nothing at a side show attraction and stuff. And I don't think people really think of it that way because it's
They
just not,
don't.
it's not in their culture and it's so new to them. But I think sometimes they go about it the wrong way without actually knowing that they're going about it the wrong way. And that's why I think it's okay to step in and educate, set a boundary without snapping on someone. Just saying, hey, like, don't
100%.
even touch me. I think that's where we're at right now. We're kind of in the teaching phases because a lot of people, well, we're just not taught this stuff growing up.
Yo, and that's exactly what it is. If you're not experienced, if you don't have the experience with it or you understand it, you're going to be ignorant towards it. Now, it might not be a malicious thing, but you just don't know any better. At the same time, you want to be like this. You should know not to just touch random strangers. Like that's
Right.
just that's just a rule you don't do. But
Yeah.
you're right. This is the education phase, and that's
Hmm.
always, in my opinion, the best way to handle something is to not
Hmm.
necessarily take offense right away, but take a step back and say, how can I help this person not make this mistake again in the future? How can I help
Exactly.
this person become a better human so that maybe they can help someone else become a better human?
Exactly. Yeah. And sometimes
Um,
it might, give them, it might be an uncomfortable conversation that, they might not want to have, or they might take offense, but, it's always on, our part just letting them know, like, hey, like, I'm not mad at you or anything, but, this is just not okay. And I just got to, step
yeah,
in and say something. You still my boy and all that, but like,
yeah,
I just got to let you know.
yeah. We got to talk about this because that ain't gonna fly. That ain't gonna
Right.
fly.
Right.
Um, I had spoken with a friend of mine, a gentleman you know as well, Jeremy Kelly, that's works with the
That
Bills.
guy. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
we were talking about being light skinned in the locker room
Hmm.
and how skin tone can generally be a bullying point for people saying, well, you're light skinned, you're not that tough.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like I can't let a light skinned dude punk me, or I can't let a light skinned dude, whether it be outlift me or outperform me or tackle me, or is that something you've experienced as well? Or is that just something unfortunately I've gone through? I mean,
Oh nah, man. That's definitely a thing. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't until I got to college, um,
hail the
and people,
pit.
You held a pit. That's right. Yes, sir. Held a pit.
Hail the pit.
It wasn't until I got there until I started learning about, what's called is just like light skinned dudes versus dark skinned dudes. And I remember they came out with Vine back in the day, so it was all like, light skinned dudes be like, dark skinned dudes be like, and they always referred to the light skinned dudes as the more like feminine dudes, the ones that are, taking care of their hair, they into skincare. They're not as tough as like the dark skinned dudes that grew up in the
Hmm.
hood, dudes off of like NWA, Snoop Dogg, all them types of dudes, the ones that really,
Yeah.
hey, we had to grind to get through this thing. And that's always just been something that's just been an ongoing topic that I'm still like, I'm not still like too keen on or anything like that. Still not sure
Yeah.
where it came from. But yeah, yeah, there's been a lot of times where I've been tried and, like someone would try to start something with me, I'd fire back and then, whole locker room gets involved, and then dudes talking about like, man, I ain't gonna let some no light skinned dude get on me and stuff like that. And it's just like, we should be, one race and all that. What I'm saying? Like we shouldn't be
Yeah.
like, races within races and all that. It's already like somewhat of like a race war going on that, but like now it's just like fighting against our own people just because of the shade of our skin. It don't make it right,
Yo, it's
at all.
ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Yeah, nah. It was always funny to me because, I don't mind being tried, right? That was never something that I would back down from. I know you're the same way.
Hmm.
It's not a matter of that, but I think it's the intent. It's like, why would you think that that's the reason you could try me? What makes you think that that's going to be a determining factor in these hands? Because trust me, you can catch light skinned hands.
And that's true. And I think I remember watching a show back in the day called Dear White People on Netflix, and a
Great.
lot of it, and yeah, and a lot of it. Remember these two people kind of going back at it. One was a light skinned girl, and a dark skinned girl, and like the dark skinned girl was saying like you're more accepted by white people because they don't see you as intimidating because you're closer to their skin color. And that's something I thought maybe resonates. Maybe it's something like that light skinned people are more accepted by white people than dark skinned people are not as intimidated. And maybe that's where some of like, the anger comes in or something. I'm not sure. But that was just something that kind of just resonated me where I was kind of just, just thinking about that.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's funny you bring that specific part up. So last week I was speaking with a young lady by the name of Nalita. She
Hmm.
is Filipino and black, and amazing, amazing human being. And we actually had the discussion because there are several cultures globally where it, it it's it's you're not as accepted the darker your skin tone is.
Man.
There's a handful of Asian communities. There's definitely the black community, as we just talked about with light skin versus dark skin. But you know, a lot of different communities. If you're dark skin, you're in the sun too much, probably means you're part of the working community because you're out and maybe in the fields
Mm,
or you're part of the worker bee. So therefore, you're looked at as poor. You're looked at
damn.
as not on this level. So it's not even just with black people in the States, but there's a lot of communities, a lot of societies where the darker your skin is, the maybe the more threatening you are, or you're looked at as less of a human in the social standards because you're broke or you have to work for a living. You're just not up here with the rest of the light skinned good people. And I'm not
Mm-mm.
sure how that really began from the beginning, but man, it's just an
They
interesting
both.
dynamic. You can't be fighting over skin tone. Like,
Hey, man.
what that's really the issue, fighting over skin tone?
People really trying to find something to be mad at, and I don't know. It's just a culture. It's just a difference thing. If you're different than me, then obviously you're less. Hopefully, you're a less than a person than I am. That's what I'm guessing. But yeah, it's not right. It's weird, and it's got to change.
Yeah, man. And
You
and
know.
and hopefully as we grow and learn, again, it's obviously a slow process. It's been happening since the beginning of humankind, but
Hmm.
the more education you can spread and the more people you can reach, the better it's going to be.
Right.
Um, uh, you had brought something up with dear white people that I wanted to
Mm.
touch on, and I can't quite get to it, so I'll get back to it.
All
But
good.
um, but I was there was a question I wanted to ask, and I thought it'd be an interesting topic. Is there a situation or a time where you had a stereotype of either white people or black people that was just all the way proven wrong by a member of your family? Like, were you ever around somebody, let's say, we go with the stereotype
Hmm.
of black people having rhythm, right? And you were just like this, yo, this black member of my family cannot dance. Like, you just fall all the way out of line with this. Or vice
Yeah.
versa, where, and can you think of any stereotype where you were just like this, yo, that person does not fit the mold?
I mean, I gotta go ahead and take a shot at my dad. My dad can't dance. He's not really the best basketball player in the world. Kind of
Oh,
passed
not
some of
Will. Oh, not Will.
translated some of them genes down to me because I never really played basketball like that. Luckily I was good at football, but nah, growing up I'd always, whenever some music came on, I was with my friends. I really, I wasn't the best dancer. My friends let me hear it, and I used to hear stuff as in like, I thought all black people could dance and all black people were good at this. I was just, nah, that's not necessarily the case.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I didn't know you couldn't dance.
Man,
I'm shocked. I'm finding this out about my own family. I didn't know you
I
couldn't dance.
I just got a little, something. I can give you a little two step or something like that. But as far as but getting out there, busting down at the wedding or something like that, nah, that ain't gonna be me. Now, maybe if I get a couple drinks, I think I can dance. But like, nah,
Alcohol does
man.
that to you.
And at the same time, I've grown up and I've seen a whole bunch of white people that can dance. Some of
Of
my boys
course.
really can dance. I got some boys that can hoop that are nice like that. And so it's not just like only black people are good at this, only black people good at that. I always heard the term, black people have an extra calf in their muscles, so they must be faster. Well, I had a whole bunch of fast white boys on my team too. Not the fastest black dudes, but just stereotypes where I don't know where they come from or anything like that. But yeah, it's not all of it's true.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Hmm.
But yeah, man, you can get by almost anywhere with just a two step. I mean, two steps are fine. If you can two step, you can just stay in your lane. You'll be good to go.
And they think I can dance, so I'm good like that. So it's just nothing too crazy after that.
So you were talking about being faster.
Hmm.
You set your school record in track and field back when you were in high school.
Yeah, then I think my little brother broke it.
And I was gonna say, and then was it Drew or Troy that broke the record?
I think it was Troy. I think I ran like an 11.7, and I think he ran like maybe like an 11.64, 11.65. So got me by about half a second. But
Oh,
but
so he just got you.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the wind was blowing crazy in that direction, and that's what we
Obviously,
got.
obviously.
But yeah, but we me and both my brothers got the top three 100-meter times at our high school, and I
Still,
think 200. Yeah, still to this day.
and obviously that came from your mom's side of the family.
Obviously, she
Obviously,
she was the
because
track runner, and she's the one with the
yeah,
long legs. So yeah, I gotta appreciate it, mom.
what was yeah, I gotta be, yeah, I laugh about my mom because I tell her she's the reason I didn't go any further. I only made it to college ball because my mom just wasn't athletic enough because all the gene pool from our side of the family, I was like, they all went to the league, so I always blame my mom for not being able to get to the league. That's just how I feel about
That's crazy. She
it.
don't deserve that.
You know what? I love my mom to death, but I think she does deserve that. What just for the folks at home to understand fully what you got going on. What was your fastest 40 time that you've run that you remember?
So at my pro day, my Pittsburgh pro day, I ran a 4.33. That was the one. And some people actually had gotten me at like a 4.29, according to my
Boy,
dad. But I think a bunch of people, but I think everyone else was getting into 4.3, so they didn't want to say nothing. But 4.33, yeah, 2017.
boy, that boy is
Yeah.
moving at a 4.33.
So got me
I
paid, man.
mean, hey, if you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that at
Using
all.
what I got, man.
Hey, that's
Uh-uh.
all we can do. I noticed we got a question in here, so I wanted to jump on here and see what we got going on. I'm gonna add this question to the
Okay.
mix. Oh, it's not a
Okay.
question.
Okay.
It's just someone letting them know that they love you.
Who
So
we got? Who loves me?
I don't
Oh
know, but they
man.
love you.
Oh man. Hey, looks like we got a Giant fan right here. I appreciate you, bro. Who's that? Lucas. I appreciate you, bro. Go Giants. Love the
Yeah, I mean,
support.
shout out one time to the G-Men.
Yes, sir. Gotta love that. Gotta love the fan love.
Absolutely. Gotta
That's
love the
what's
fan
up.
love.
Let me ask you a question.
Talk to me now.
So you always talk about, how much you love Buffalo, this, that. I did spend some time down in Buffalo,
You
for a
sure did.
year.
You sure did.
What was your experience like? What was your favorite type of wings? What was like the thing to do on the weekend out there? Because I think I might have missed a lot of, that fun times y'all had. Just trying to see, trying to recoup maybe if you had some stuff I maybe missed or, maybe can we touch on that?
Bruh, so look, Buffalo is home. I love Buffalo with all my heart. Buffalo
Respect.
is not the thriving nightlife scene by any means. However, it is a great bar city and it is a
That is
strong
true.
food city.
That is
If you
true.
like kicking it, if you like kicking it and hanging out with your people at the bar, yo, Buffalo's got great bars. Obviously, we got chicken wings because that's what we do.
Hmm.
Um, and I will always, forever, and always shout out Nino's Pizza in West Seneca, New York. Technically, it's on the border of West
Mm,
Seneca and Orchard Park. I claim it for West Seneca because that's the suburb I grew up in. But my
okay.
favorite wings are charbecue wings. Okay,
Barbecue.
they throw them on the grill, they dunk them in barbecue sauce, and then they throw them back on the grill.
Mm,
So it's the charbecue wings because it still has the grill lines on it, the charred grill lines, but it also has that barbecue sauce. Those are
okay.
absolutely my favorite wings in Buffalo. Nino's Pizzeria, shout out one time.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
if you make it
That's
to if you make it to Las Vegas, if you end up playing the Raiders at all, and you make it to Vegas, A, obviously shout out my brother. B, go to a place called Naked City Pizza. It is not a strip club, it is a pizza place. Naked
that's
City
misleading.
Pizza. Naked City Pizza is owned by my homeboy Chris. He's a Buffalo kid, and he took all the goodness of Buffalo pizza and wings to Las Vegas. It is the best spot in Las Vegas. So if you play the Raiders, you're in Vegas, go to Naked City Pizza. That is the best representation of Buffalo pizza and wings you're gonna find outside of Buffalo, New York.
Got it. Naked City Pizza. I'm there. As soon as I'm out the
Um,
crutches, I'm there.
Yo, straight up. And then as far as just where to kick it, it sounds funny now because of Josh Allen, but the best spot right now in Buffalo is Allentown. They
Oh
got
yeah.
they got the little bars and nightlife and whatnot going on. It's super chill. It's real easy. It's beautiful in the fall when it's not too cold and everything's changing color, the leaves and whatnot. But yeah, Allentown's mad cool. Super cool spot to kick it in Buffalo.
Cool, cool. If I'm ever out there for whatever reason again, if I'm just strolling through or maybe if we got a game or something like that, hey,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
be out there.
Yeah. And obviously when you hit up Jeremy. He'll show you around.
That's right. He been working from home, so I know he's ready to get up outside the house.
And he knows the spots to be at. He don't necessarily be in these streets like that, but he knows the spots to be at.
Cool. That's all
You
I
know?
need, man. Have you ever eaten at Fat Cats or was that kind of new?
I I have not been to Fat Cats. Uh
Right.
it's been a minute. I can't remember last time I was back home. Jeremy and I went out somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where we were at. But no,
Yeah.
I haven't been to Fat Cats. I don't
I
think,
haven't
unless
taken you to
that's
Fat Cats. That's a nice little soul food spot, little bar and all that. We used to go to every Thursday during OTAs when we had the next day off. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
it'll change your
yeah.
life.
Because I was gonna say, because that'd be sitting in your belly heavy. You can't be going to practice the next day.
Oh no, oh no, 5 pounds later.
You
No
know?
sir.
Nah, you can't be doing that. Uh,
Hmm.
I'm gonna pivot real heavy, right? And I'm gonna put somebody on blast real quick because I need the people out here to know that you are off limits because you got yourself a lady. But talk
Yeah.
to me about the dating game and the dating scenario and how that's come about being in an interracial relationship. What has that been like for you?
So far, I haven't had really too many problems, or really any problems right now dating my girlfriend right now. I remember back in the day though, one of my homeboys, he was dating a white girl back when we were in college, and I remember we was walking around like the student marketplace or something like that.
Hmm.
And we passed a couple black girls, and we had overheard him say something along the lines of it was along the lines of, is he really with her or this, that, you know, obviously you know what that means. Couple months down the road, I remember I'm hanging out with like me, a couple of my black friends, and we had a couple, couple white girls, couple of our friends as well. We were just driving down Pittsburgh or whatever, walking down the street, and car pulls up. A couple black dudes came like, "Hey, bro, just keep it black, Hey, make sure you're keeping it black and all that." And to hear some of stuff like that, I'm kind of just like, "What you mean?" Like, I'm a product of interracial relationships and all that, so it's like,
Yeah.
what's the issue there? The flip side, I've also heard a bunch of just, I don't know if this has been like a trend or something, but I heard, just talk a bunch of like, it's been white girls talking about like how they want like an interracial baby and how they're so obsessed with an interracial baby and they only want to date black men just so they can have a light skinned baby. I'm not sure where if it's like some sort of like a fetish or whatever it
It's a
is. It's like
trend. Like that's
like
crazy to think
like a
about that. Like, oh, I just want a
challenge,
light skinned baby. Like, this isn't a
light skinned
toy.
baby challenge, like
Like,
it's
yo,
something
this ain't
like
a
that.
TikTok.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm kind of just like at odds, like, where this is coming from, why people, if this is like a celebrity thing where you see a lot of celebrities and their light skinned babies, and now you're seeing like, everyone else trying to copy that, this, that, but it comes from somewhere. But so far, I don't know if my girl has received any backlash. She's never really told me about anything about like guys looking or talking to her weird or like looking at her funny or sending her messages or anything like that. That'd be a conversation for her. But that doesn't mean that it just doesn't happen, in today's community.
Sure.
I've
Yeah.
even had teammates even tell me like, hey, their moms have told them like, hey, don't bring no white girl home or anything like that. And I'm kind of just like, why? What's the issue?
That's,
Is it a cultural thing or just, what is the issue here?
I mean, as we all know, there's obviously it's hard enough to find somebody that you want to spend time with on that level and share your world with. And then to limit it because, well, I can't date you because you're that race or you're that culture or you're what have you. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. And
Mm-hmm.
when people start to hate from the outside, it's always unfortunate. It's always unfortunate that people are gonna be like, well, look at you with the white girl, or look at you with the black guy, or look at you with whatever that's outside of whatever the other person is. And it's like people just need to understand. Eventually, we're all gonna be mixed. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
just where this world is headed. We are all gonna have
Love it.
a, a little bit of something of here and 25% that, 30% that, and we're gonna be 100% fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a shame that people really waste their time and energy hating on something that they don't fully grasp.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
know what it, I'm not sure what the issue is either, but like, like I said, it's just, it's just frustrating in a way where,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, so
No,
hopefully,
I feel
hopefully
you.
that's an issue that can be just resolved down the path or down the road. But yeah, man, I'm tired of that kind of stuff too, you
Yeah, man.
know.
I don't. It's a shame. I got we
Hmm.
got another question in here that I want to jump in. See who's talking about what.
We got an
Oh, we got
actual
a couple.
question.
Yeah, we
What we
got a
got?
question talking about some Ryan. What was it like playing for the Dolphins? So we got a Dolphins question. Now, first and foremost, as I've already stated, I'm a Bills fan, so whatever with the Dolphins. But I mean, you can jump on that if you want. I'm also going to go
uh,
ahead and say we're going to try and keep this not all the way football related. But yeah, man, talk about your time in Miami. Give us what
uh,
it was like living in Miami.
Miami is cool. So the facility is it's in Davie, Florida, which is about 45 minutes north of Miami, and then
Hmm.
and I stayed in Fort Lauderdale, about 15 minutes north of that. But I loved it, man. Growing up in Seattle, where you get rain and clouds
Hmm.
and like, maybe like 10 days of sunshine out of the year. That really sucked. So I mean, to go somewhere where it's where it still rained, a little bit, but to get like consistent sun, consistent 80-degree weather, I could train outside when I wanted to. It was great. What was really cool was the head coach there, Brian Flores, was actually the defensive coordinator for the New England Patriots when I was playing there at the time.
Okay.
So he brought over a lot of, like, his guys, a lot of his staff that already knew me. So the familiarity was already there.
Okay.
So learning the system was great, but it was great, man. I loved the team. We had fun. Ryan Fitzpatrick was such a bro, great leader,
Yeah,
great
man.
quarterback. Happy to
Bro,
see
they
that
just
he's
signed
still
him in
signing.
Washington.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that too. Fitzmagic, the legend's still
Yeah.
going.
Bro, I think he's played for like 90% of the teams in the league at this point.
Something like that.
Bro,
He's
he's played for every team in the division, and then he's played for,
oh, wow.
yeah, because he's played, yeah, I think he's played for every team in the division in the AFC East.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I think he's on like his 13th or 14th team. It's crazy.
Jeez. But it was cool. You get to go to the beach whenever. The holiday is a little bit different because I'm used to, like, when it's cold out. You got Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. I'm opening up a Christmas presents by the pool and all that. So I mean,
Yep, yep.
that's a little different. But I mean, now Miami was cool. We really did have a good team bond there. We didn't really finish the way we wanted to, but that was probably one of the closest teams I had ever been a part of. I enjoyed my time out there, and I wish the organization nothing but the best.
Super dope, super dope. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, man.
look,
So, Hill, that is how Ryan enjoyed playing for the Dolphins.
we lost to the
Appreciate the
Bills
question, fam.
twice, so I mean, there you go.
I'm, I'm not gonna say that. You know what I mean? I'm not.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
I mean, hey, we got a squad though. We're trying to make some moves happen this year.
Yeah, we gonna see. Y'all got the third pick in the draft or something like that. So could be anything.
Oh, for sure,
Hmm.
for sure, for sure.
That's cool.
But but yeah, man. Look, straight up, I appreciate you getting in on here and having some conversation. I don't want to take too much of your time. Obviously, you're not going anywhere at the moment, but
Yeah, you
but
got that right.
but I appreciate you jumping on here, man. I love talking all things your life, obviously, but mixed kid as well. If you
Hmm.
ever want to jump back on here again, or let's be honest, you family, you can just hit me up whenever you need some. Uh,
So
but tell the lady I said what's up. Shout out to your mom and dad. Um, and again, thanks for joining me on a Mixed Kid Tuesday, brother.
man, I appreciate that. Yeah, anytime you want to have me on here, just let me know. Because like I said, I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm gonna be posted in the house, playing my video games, reading my books, doing whatever I can. But yeah, I'd be happy to be on here. But it's always great talking to you, Ian, man. Happy to see you doing your thing in Dubai. Keep making us proud,
Hey,
and I'll be
man.
talking to you soon, man.
Absolutely. And real quick, just on the note of family, Travis just jumped on here. So shout out to Travis.
Yo,
Shout out to that little dude. He just got married. Well, I mean, I don't want to say just, but he's married now. He grown.
I
He
seen
grown.
that. My boy growing up
He
now.
grown. Shout out Travi D. But yeah, man,
So
I'll let you get back to recovering, and we will chat soon. Thank you so much.
yeah, no problem, man. Thanks again for having me. And yeah, looking forward to coming up on here again. Much love, blessings.
You got it, Rye. Appreciate you, family.
All right, fam. Peace.
All right. Yep.